Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, I'd just like to make one point pretty clear on this, is that the DOD IG review of this conduct cannot encompass all of the conduct that took place in Signalgate, because DOD IG has no purview, has no jurisdiction over that. So as we know, the National Security Advisor created that chat. All of that information material external to DOD cannot be reviewed by DOD IG. So by its very nature, that investigation is going to be incomplete. So I still believe Secretary Hegseth must resign. He is the least qualified, most experienced, least competent SecDef in our history, and it shows. He came to the House Armed Services Committee hearing woefully unprepared and did not have answers to my simple questions. Further, one of my constituents came up to me at a district event. She was irate at Secretary Hegseth's actions during Signalgate, and for good reason. Her son was one of the fighter pilots in the air over Yemen. Secretary Hegseth undoubtedly put her son's life in danger and certainly the mission at risk. I asked if he wanted to apologize to this mom, this service member mom, and the secretary told me point blank, not once but 3 times, I do not apologize. These events surrounding Signalgate weren't just a lapse in judgment. This is a potentially catastrophic failure. Secretary Hegseth released where and when our forces would be attacking the enemy 2 hours before they did so. It's simple and it's sad. His actions endangered our troops. There's a need to have a full-scale investigation into Signalgate. As I described, this could not happen with DOD IG. It must happen in the only place possible, which is in Congress. I represent 72,000 vets and tens of thousands of active duty personnel in the 7th District of Virginia. They expect me to stand up for them, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. We need accountability. With classified leaks and breaches making headlines and foreign adversaries exploiting every digital weakness they can find, we cannot afford an outdated approach to safeguarding our nation's secrets. This amendment simply says that we need to get serious about securing our classified information. It withholds 75% of OSD's operations maintenance funding until the Secretary of Defense completes a full review of how classified information is handled across guidance, policy, law, and day-to-day practice. And it requires the Secretary to certify to this committee that DOD has a real enforceable mechanism in place to stop officials from sending classified information over unapproved apps or devices. This is basic stuff. A private that hasn't even made it through basic training would know this OPSEC requirement. But it's never more urgent than today. I urge my colleagues to support this amendment, and I yield back.
Gentleman yields back. Chair now recognizes the gentleman from Nebraska,